The story of the book, Printing. The development of the printing press is an innovation story that spans centuries and continents, showcasing the incredible journey of how ideas and information are shared and preserved. In this episode, we will explore the impact that advancements of printing presented bookbinders. Chapter 1: The Origins of Printing. When or where the first printing press was invented remains a mystery. We do know the first printed book is the Diamond Sutra, a Buddhist text found in China dating back to 868 CE. It was printed using a block printing method that utilized hand-carved wooden blocks, representing an early development of movable type. Movable type can be traced back to Chinese inventor Bi Sheng, who first created individual letters by carving them into clay, which were then baked to harden. Bi Sheng's choice of clay over wood was due to its consistent texture, lower moisture absorption, and ease of cleaning compared to wood. This initial step in using movable type for printing was a precursor to the later revolution in Western printing. Following this breakthrough, variations of Bi Sheng's movable type were made using wood. This offered printers a quicker method of creating movable type. The result was widespread distribution of printed books in 12th century China. Chapter 2: Johannes Gutenberg and the European Printing Press. 2 centuries later, Johannes Gutenberg developed the first European printing press using movable type. He began working on the design for the press in 1440 during his exile in Strasbourg, France. Upon his return to Germany around 1450, he completed the Gutenberg Press, forever changing the Western world. The press featured a long handle that operated a wooden screw, lowering a weight onto a sheet of paper placed on an inked plate. None of Gutenberg's original presses are still in existence, but we have drawings, like this Albrecht Dürer print, that gives us a good idea as to what it looked like and how it worked. One notable advancement in Gutenberg's movable type was his use of metal for casting the type, a departure from the methods of his Chinese predecessors. The individually cast metal letters were arranged in lines on wooden plates, allowing for the uniform printing of text lines. To make his new press and the use of metal type successful, he had to modify ink. Until this time, ink was water-based, made from oak galls, gum arabic, and lamp black, also known as soot. Water does not adhere well to metal, so he reinvented ink, using linseed oil, gum arabic, lamp black, and very fine metal shavings to make ink that would cling to his metal typeface. Gutenberg's design remained in use and largely unchanged for more than 300 years, with little change in output of approximately 250 sheets per hour. Chapter 3: The Impact of Printing. Movable type revolutionized printing, having a profound effect on bookbinders. Where copying a single text once took months or years, now hundreds could be produced in a few weeks or months. Bookbinders were hard-pressed to keep up with the demand. The volume of books produced in the century after Gutenberg's invention exceeded that of the previous 10 centuries. Bookbinders adapted to the increased demand caused by the printing press. 400 years later, they would adapt again, when automation rendered hand-binding a specialty craft. The American Bookbinders Museum is a not-for-profit museum in San Francisco, California, dedicated to showcasing the artistry, history, and craft of bookbinding. Visit our website to check out our upcoming events, including lectures, workshops, and featured exhibitions in our gallery. This project was made possible in part by the Institute of Museum and Library Services. The American Bookbinders Museum. We tell the story of the book.